the Calgary Flames trade Andrew Mangiapane to the Washington Capitals in exchange for a 2025 second-round pick. I think people are going to have different perspectives on this. I think this is good value, and I think this opens things up for the Calgary Flames. And I'm going to pull up this tweet right away from Robert Duclair. DeBrusque. Like, I think the Calgary Flames can actually just go about their offseason in this way. Trade guys, open up opportunity for younger players, and also get draft capital back. And then, you know what? If you want to be competitive this year, you can still sign guys like a Duclair, like a DeBrusque, that I think could join Calgary. Like, I think DeBrusque is going to go out west. It could be Edmonton. It could be Calgary. We'll see. But I think these kind of guys, like Mangiapane didn't have an amazing year. He didn't even have a great year. Like, 75 games. He had 40 points. That's what you want from a middle six guy for the most part. But I feel like Mangiapane, after the 35 goals, last year was his down year. Like, you didn't think he was going to have 2 down years after going from 18 to 35 goals. Yeah, it was probably just one of those spikes that every player has during their career. But you were thinking, okay, the projection is he goes down to 17. He ends up being a 20 to 25 goal scorer throughout the rest of his career. And it just wasn't that. So I see some people being like, that's it. I mean, Mangiapane's contract's 5.8 per. And I think at the end of the day, like, that's a guy that is getting paid as a second liner. Again, my expectations for Mangiapane, yeah, like, I don't know, 17 to 25 goals in that range, 40 to 50 points. I think his next contract's going to be more around what Dakota Joshua just got, or maybe a bit more than that, like $4 million per year for Mangiapane. I feel like on his next contract long term, I could see something like that. 5.8 was a little high. He's definitely a guy that can score 20 plus goals, but he hasn't been that the last 2 years. I think this is a good bet for Washington. 2 reasons. One, Washington's trying to be more competitive with Ovi. Ovi's still got a couple of years left. He's trying to break the record. You get Mangiapane in that top 6. And I think it's easy for Washington, if they're not in the playoff picture, to flip a guy like Mangiapane for more draft capital. So, again, maybe they only get a second-round pick back at the deadline. But, again, that's no cost to them, right? They trade a second-round pick. Calgary gets it. Maybe they trade Mangiapane at the deadline. They get the second-round pick back. So, guys, honestly, I'm happy about this on both sides. I think that's what Washington wants. I do think that Oshie, there's a lot of rumors that will he play? Will he be healthy? I think if there's a chance Oshie's healthy, I think maybe Washington looks to trade Oshie, actually. And then, I mean, there's only like 2 holes here for me. Like, I think you can create a third line out of these 3 guys, and then one more, and then a fourth liner. And you've got, I mean, your top 6. Milano showed signs. I think with Dubois there, your 1-2 punch is Dubois-Strome. And then you have to sign McMichael to a contract. So McMichael's probably going to fit on that second or third line left wing. And then, I mean, you look at the Capitals. It's not here, but you look at, I don't know, Henrik Lapierre, for an example. Like, he could be in the top 9, definitely. So I like the Capitals' defense in a way. But again, is John Carlson potentially going to get traded? They just dumped Kemper in that Dubois trade. So maybe they sign like a 1B situation with Charlie Lindgren, or call up one of the successful AHL guys that's been on Calder Cup runs. And then, again, I think Washington's not far off with $7 million of cap space. Like I said, you sign McMichael, that's your priority. And then the rest of the lineup will fit. So who knows? Maybe Washington makes another trade, but this one is for me just to fill out the top 9 with some depth after they get McMichael. I think they're happy with how their forward group is fitting together. Again, barring they need a bounce back career here for Dubois to really make that contract okay. So subscribe, like, comment, notification bell, guys. Again, Mangiapane traded from Calgary to Washington for a second-round pick in 2025. Again, look out for the Calgary Flames. I think that's the way you got to go about it if you're Craig Conroy. Trade some of these roster guys, especially short-term deals. Get some draft capital back, whether you sign a couple guys and get that draft capital, or you just give opportunities for your younger players. Calgary's going to start recouping some of these assets because they've been like mid for a while now. So I think the Flames, no one's saying to strip it all down. You've got some quality roster pieces that you're just going to stick with, but along the way, keep building up younger and more assets. Talk soon, guys. See you on the draft night and free agency. Peace.